Hey, hey, baby, I got your money, don't you worry. Hey, oh no, that's not what I'm here for. Okay, so I'm not gonna do the whole let's dig in thing, and you may see a face devoid of energy. No apologies. Today was what I think the normies call it Cinco de Mayo, mayonnaise. And well, what people in the business I'm in more so refer to it as Happy Alcoholics Day. So, well, 10-hour shift serving people from all walks of life over here in good old Florida, US of A. And my goodness gracious, I'm a bit exhausted, so bear with me. However, I have not forgotten that I did announce on here, yo, there he is. It's Mr. President in the hizzy, birthday chat supervisor, Justin. And you remove the last name. Probably a wise thing. There's some sketchy folks out there in YouTube land. Anyway, okay, bear with me. Exhausted. I'm gonna get through this. I did promise. Promises mean something. Your word means something. I said Friday tonight was going to be when CanCon and I do a live. However, he's probably the busiest person I personally know. So we are moving it to the options here. Yeah, obviously, Justin, trust I know all about it. I'm not even going to talk about it. My work number was put out there once. So CanCon and I have. Well, he said we're gonna move it to Wednesday and or Friday of next week. I messaged Josh tonight. I have been terrible with the upkeep with Josh, and I've realized personally, no matter how exhausted I am after a good day's work, no matter how much we bitch and complain about working in general, it's something that keeps us productive. It's a necessity. Maybe hell, maybe it's some kind of crutch for me because I feel a little bit sharper as opposed to when I have a completely unproductive day. Hey, thank you, Hoot Owl Holler. I dig that name. That's a damn it, Mr. President. I think we have a competition for the coolest name on YouTube just now. Okay, just being real talk here. I think I could say Hoot Owl Holler about 4 times fast. Can I? Hoot Owl Holler. Hoot Owl. Okay, I failed. So all right. So the CanCon thing is not tonight. It is guaranteed via text, and I told him the direction this channel has gone. I consider all of us to be a part. What's up, Warrior Mom? I say hello to the first 4 people, and then I cut it off, and then who am I kidding? I almost say hello to everybody throughout the whole thing. But okay, so you can expect us next week. Hopefully, my goal, my aim is for Josh, who, I mean, he's a brother from another mother. He's the mentor. He's somebody I respect, and I think I was thinking on the way here from work, I wouldn't have this outlet if it wasn't for him. So aside from that, I feel terrible that I haven't followed up with him. So I asked him if he'd be willing to come on tomorrow night, either on the Stuck in the Middle page where it all started, or here. I don't personally care. I want you guys to be able to see when we're at it. We're the dynamic duo. He's my favorite person to stream with. And yeah, so that's that. Hopefully tomorrow night after work, which is when I'm at my sharpest, we can do just that. And oh, here's the thing I'm gonna do, since you gotta be a man with a mission, right? So I'm gonna test the waters here, and let's see. Oh, I just saw a pun. Test the waters. I have water in my hand. I'm gonna drink it. Hey, Silver Girl, thank you so much. Doing well. Only good thoughts. Thank you for also being such a consistent contributor of topics that always matter. You are one of my favorite freaking viewers. Oh, thank you for that, by the way, as well. Yeah, the mission. Oh, this goes all apart. The mission has kind of changed. All right, I still love the idea that people can come together and do something with a blessing that is a platform. What I am more impassioned about now is fighting censorship on all mainstream platforms. What up, Sly? Good to see you. And thank you again, Hoot Owl Holler, favorite name, and brother chat supervisor, or just call him Mr. President. He'll understand. So okay, I have agreed to take certain risks Hey, what's up? And hello, Trisha. Okay, I want to say hello, Sly. Hello, Sly. Hello, Sly. Because maybe sometimes, allegedly, hypothetically, in some universe, some people still give me bullshit. That her and I are cool. So anyway, with that being said, and please, nobody make any assumptions. Okay, don't do that. So here's the thing I'm gonna do. All right, to make this worth it, this platform has some potential. All right, I know I'm not one of those channels with all the bells and whistles and the graphics. I don't have a green screen. I got my voice, my convictions, and the people we have right here. You all mean the world to me because you have given me the ability to do this. This is my catharsis. This is why I don't pay for therapy. So you all are going to be my ruin. No. So if we're going to push the boundaries of censorship and to ensure that there's no bias, it's clear as day, and I would dare any of my old Democrat friends or liberal buddies, whatever, whoever, however, I dare you to panel up with me. We could be friends, we could be whatever, okay? And talk, and you tell me if you would agree with this statement or disagree. And if you disagree with it, I would love to listen to your reasoning. Tell me that YouTube, which I'm unsure because they have been ruling in our favor as of late, which is an amazing thing. It's since COVID, the restrictions have really eased up. Okay, you guys have been around. What have I been talking about? And I keep doing it because I want to see. Right now, we're at the 6 minute mark, and they say in the first 15 minutes, if you if you fucking curse, the monetization is going to be impacted, or the advertisers are going to be impacted. And the first thing, apparently, allegedly, the first 15 minutes is what decides if the algorithm is going to be friendly. This is where you all come in. This is how I want nothing more than your help and support in this kind of form. I mean, shit, I expect nothing. Your presence here is the world to me. But hitting the like button, I want to see how far that actually goes in impacting the algorithm. Feel free, if you can, to share any of the lives. And here's how I'm going to continue to test the waters. I'm going to talk about, or just say, words or topics or issues that are the most controversial that I can think of within the earlier and earlier and earlier. Okay, so we're at the 750 mark right now. So I'm going to say some stuff that has gotten people kicked off, deleted, and strikes. Isaac Cappy was murdered. All right, YouTube, what are you going to do? And it was made to look like a suicide. I was told to watch out for that one. Epstein clearly didn't kill himself, and I say kill. I don't say unalived. I don't say any words to sugarcoat the bullshit. Okay. There is clearly a bias of where the censorship goes and what it covers. Okay, it seems to favor the left, the side I spent a majority of my life, a huge chunk of my life, advocating and feeling so righteous and justified in believing in, voting for, and fighting for. And then it started to really break down when Hillary Clinton came into the picture, and they screwed over Bernie Sanders, and then everybody tried to screw over Trump. The DNC colluded with everybody that would have him. There was what we called at the time as progressives the Great Bernie Blackout. So yes, here you go, YouTube. I am accusing you all, YouTube overlords, Google ownership of YouTube, of being having a favoritism of leftist ideals. Prove me wrong. Let's see if you give me the yellow sign, the red sign, or it stays green and free, just as it should be. What's another thing? McAfee, I believe, can I say that, YouTube? I believe with my heart that he was also made to look like a suicide. Sensitive words here, sensitive names. Whistleblowers in mass need oversight and protections beyond what we have because we have such a long list of bodies. The body count is too high. Look at the names affiliated with the Clintons alone. Gary Webb was murdered and they told us it was a suicide, and he was shot twice in the fucking head. How do you manage to shoot yourself in the dome space twice? Tell me that. Let's see. Will this be buried? Will I notice a sudden drop in the numbers because I'm saying these things this early in the video? We're at 10 minutes, guys. I'm gonna keep on flooding as much of the things that we've all seen, get people punished. And we're in motherfucking America. You don't get punished for sharing what you believe. We have to have discussion, dialogue, okay? A bias that is supported, and those of you on the left that are like, hey, at least it's not my side, when it comes for you, you will fucking rue the day when we tried to warn you. And I cannot wait to fucking vote Republican. I can't wait. Y'all pushed me that far. It went from it just how it's incredible. I found the left to become way too radical. So, okay, while we're still at the 11-minute mark, so we got 4 minutes for me to talk about something that's very, very sensitive. My shout out to Josh. We're gonna talk about it more. And I thank you, Josh. You posted this on Facebook. I am not using fucking OBS. I'm also gonna curse because we've been winning these appeals, guys. Every time they try. Right now, I'm not gonna say we're winning. Maybe the restrictions have truly been lifted, and maybe the playground, the battlefield has changed a bit in our favor. So let me read this thing, and this is what we would call turf content. Remember, that's a silly, stupid motherfucking acronym to have you to be looked as an enemy and or bigot when it really means, and what it means to me is not an insult. Trans exclusionary radical feminist. I'm okay. I support biological women. Okay, that's all. That's all. So what is this? This is news to me, breaking news from a day ago. Oh, geez, I thought I just closed this. Oh, but I closed the page. Okay, hold on. I can solve this quite easily. A new bill regarding, well, trans rights and something to do with the bathroom. Fantastic. Great. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do more of that, US of A. Let's keep putting these things as a main issue. But sadly, you're forcing it down our throats so damn much that it is an issue, and it warrants the attention it's gotten. So I'm searching. Dag gummit. Of course, I do this while we're live. What bill was passed? And Josh had a nice assessment. Oh, what is this? Town. I'm looking at this. Let's see. We still got like probably 3 minutes left. Looks like the speaker or the spokesperson for the Biden administration had a little faux pas. The Florida legislature has passed a bill that bans gender affirming care for all minors. Is that what it is? All right. So that was another buddy of mine. And this way, without OBS, I'm not like doxing anybody's name. So I like Josh's take because it invites conversation. Is this good, bad, an overreaction to the current state of things, or not good enough? What say you? I'll be checking the comments. Let's see what he says. Me personally, this is Josh's thoughts, which I usually nowadays I tend to agree with. We used to fight it out all the time. I think it's an overreaction to a lot of the stuff going on in the culture right now regarding trans and LGBTQA plus, which I just like to say pineapple, upside down pineapple with SpongeBob inside, community. It's like to slow things down because we're losing common ground between the two ideologies. We can't discuss the whole women's sports thing, and we can't discuss have an opinion on children transitioning. That's a fucking problem. You can't convince me otherwise. Using puberty blockers, etc. I never got the vibe that people don't like trans. It's all the peripheral players screaming and shouting, most of whom I'd assume aren't trans, that you must accept it all. Josh has been on here on the record and mentioned that he does have a relative. Hell, we used to sponsor her out of respect, since I don't know the person, but it's someone that was never did anything wrong by us and has never forced us to say or think anything. So whatever the case, respect is earned. I'm still on the cusp though, because my frame of mind personally, I like what Chappelle said. How far do we have to go to participate in somebody's delusion? But there are people that want to be that way. It just seems like there's a spike and almost everybody wants to fucking do it. Like, just going to my comic book shop, the young people, it just seems to be trending, not wanting to be the gender you are. That's a weird thing. Back in my day, we just had pogs or something, you know? But, maybe I was on the wrong track. I could have been an entrepreneur. I could have been like, yo, I want to cut my penis off. And hell, I might have been the most popular hermaphrodickless wonder. There you go. Okay, that was insensitive. So Florida passes this transgender bathroom bill. Okay, so I read that. Let me open the this is from The Hill. Let me just get some talking points. I'm not going to read a whole article right now. And under the bill, passed on Wednesday, making a crime for trans people to use public restrooms that align with their gender identity. I like that. I do. I like that. It reminds me of what that legend R.E. Silverberg did to Anne Ann's in Canada, with how incredibly stupid their rules for powerlifting is. You do not, you can go and just say, identify as a woman, and you can be a 400-pound muscle-bound man. You don't even have to wear a dress. You just got to say you identify as well, and they can't look into your information or check your care or your levels. They just have to take your word for it. That's why R.E. Silverberg went and broke Anne Ann's The Man. Sorry, lady, man, lady. I sound like a bigot. I sound hateful. I'm just, when a radical force approaches you and tries to keep pushing and prodding and making you think like them, you get an adverse effect. It's just like if when you were a kid, why am I saying if? When you were a kid and your parents say, don't fucking smoke, you want to be rebellious, right? So I think it's kind of the same ideal here. So under the bill known as the Safety in Private Spaces Act, there you go, individuals who use public restrooms or changing facilities that do not correspond with their actual fucking biological sex. All right, we're dealing with actual biology and facts over feelings. I'm a fan of that. Sorry, not sorry. I'm kidding about this, but I have thought about it in like being serious. But I'm joking. I thought about getting turf fucking tattooed on me somewhere just to be an asshole, but I don't want to be that guy. And I very much there needs to be a balance. That's what Stuck in the Middle always prided itself on. I need to have somebody of that community, and I do know a couple to represent and have a talk and hear some of the things I say. And I got to be prepared to hear, what it's things I may not want to. That's what it's about. Okay. That's why we have a platform, man. I think, right? As long as we don't get censored, we can have discussions. So this is cut and dry to me. Let me see my boy DeSantis, brother. Okay, where it's Riley, of course, well, he already did receive the governor's signature. Thank you, Ron DeSantis. All right, state senator who carried the Senate bill argued Wednesday there's not anything in the language of this bill that is targeting any specific group. Okay, let's see where it gets interesting. Rather, it speaks to the differences that we have as different sexes, as male and female. Ooh, he just said male and female. He's like the kid from Kindergarten Cop that said, boys have a penis and girls have a vagina. And 0.8%, 0.8% are hermaphrodites. So have a little bit of both. Now, he didn't say that, did he? I'm looking for some, where's the outrage? Because there's going to be some. The human rights, there we go. All right, I just had to look a sentence down. The Human Rights Campaign, an LGBTQ, upside down pineapple SpongeBob owner. The Pineapple Civil Rights Organization condemned the move as a pernicious, degrading, and systemic attempt to dehumanize one of our most marginalized communities. Harumph. I didn't just bark. I tried to do harumph. That's a thing. Okay. Florida legislators should focus on real issues impacting Floridians. Y'all motherfuckers made this an issue by forcing all of these ideals and trying to tip. Man, I'll never forget the day. And I was still so backwards in my thinking when Obama, it was breaking news, and he made his announcement to the whole fucking country. People can use whatever bathroom they want now. Yep, this is a huge cornerstone and win for equality and rights. And people were losing their minds with applause. What the fuck was that even, huh? YouTube, you're gonna censor any of this per chance? All right, you gonna make this yellow, red? What's gonna happen? So we should focus on the real issues. Okay, stop making it a fucking issue. Blah blah blah. Instead of where transgender people go to the bathroom. Okay. One of my most controversial points, and I will fully cop to the fact that this may sound ignorant. I've said it before, and I have to risk saying things that just may not be accurate. But if they want to be acknowledged in the way that they seem to scream for, they have to, and I use the term, come to the big boy table, kind of tongue in cheek here, and talk about certain things, like really sensitive things, like a couple of mass shooters that identified as, and these are outliers. All right, I'll call them anomalies. This is not it's not a widespread issue, but let's talk about it. What's going on? Can we explore that? There's absolutely got there. The last one that happened was the guy that wanted to be a woman and killed people at a school, a Christian school. Okay, I believe. Yep, that's what it was. I saw no conversations about the state of mind, mental illness, gender dysphoria, and he had a clear issue with the ideology and faith. So let's have some of that conversation, and we'll have your conversation. That's how it's supposed to work, as long as things aren't censored. So yes, thank you, Sarah Warbelow. Warbelow, huh? I'm not touching that one. The group's legal director said in a statement. Is that it? That's it. Well, I milked that article, didn't I? Let me go back to, hey, everybody. You know what I miss? Martin's daddy. Hello, chat, and you too. What's up? Good to have you. Everybody let me see. I miss stuff? What's up, Nick? Good to see you, partner. So, yeah, Pogs. You remember Pogs, right? I think that's a good idea. What I just did, that felt pretty good. Not like being interactive with the chat, which I even put in the description, is something I want to aim for. But what I want to do, so I already said we're going to have CanCon next week. It's been confirmed. I'm very excited about that. And Josh, I'm hoping, responds in kind, and we get to go live together tomorrow. And please, if you have not already, this is a channel that I feel has undertaken a fight for true equality in terms of different ideologies, or not even just the bias against what has been called conservative thinking. I thought I was just a fucking human being with an opinion, but now I'm a conservative or a bigot or a TERF, and I'm okay with call me Mr. Motherfucking TERF. So yeah, hitting the like button will help the algorithm. It will help us not be ignored and not be censored. Share it if you feel so kind as to do so. And I think I covered, Josh, that. And another thing, completely open panel. And anybody brings to the table what they wish to. Let's show YouTube how it's done. I mean, open panels and streams are done all over the place, but some of them don't have a focus. I'd like us to all kind of choose together, kind of like what a democracy and a republic is supposed to look like, what we would talk about, and then we do it. We just have it out, have our conversation. Everybody gets to be heard, and all the more power to you. And my hand and hens, any hens and chickens that want to join the conversation, my hand is extended to anybody that disagrees with the things that I say or think. I'm not saying ever that anybody that is trans, identifies as trans, is a bad person or a creep or anything. Okay, There are clear areas where certain conversations have not even begun. And if you want to be respected so openly, you need to be prepared to have all of the uncomfortable facts spoken, presented, and then we go from there. So okay, let me read some comments and let's try this interaction thing. I really want to get better at being more interactive. What I want to do is actually set up something that's pleasant and really let this be like a chill space. All right, I don't know. We got a lot of plans here. All right. Oh, we got another queen. You're a turf, dear God, and you're a woman. That's insane. How dare you? Well, that is not approved by the mainstream. You are a dangerous rebel. Okay, you would be a Sith Lord in Star Wars, not a Jedi. Okay, all right. The illegal immigrant that shot up how about that? How about them apples? Huh? We get such a huge issue over in the borders, at our borders, whatever's left of them. Thank you, Biden administration. Oh, by the way, I know we're past the 15-minute mark where the most sensitive stuff is watched by the monetization style, the advertisers of YouTube, but this is about a statement, okay? Yeah, the borders are fucked. The person, Mayorkas or whomever, when they went to hearings and tried, they couldn't even explain what their job was. They wouldn't even give a direct answer. And these are all people that were handpicked. And all these judges that are nominated by Biden are a fucking laughing stock. And they can't even cop to their own statements, their own quotes that were on the record. Their explanations are laughable and it's dangerous. It appears, and it's not shocking, Biden is trying to stack the courts with more radical leftists. And that's just, I used to think as a progressive that made me a radical leftist. I just could never get on board. And then slowly the betrayals came one after another. Nina Turner, Ilhan Omar, the fucking squad, AOC, don't get me started. I did a whole live about her bullshit lies about where she was during J6th. That's another one, YouTube, January 6th. To me, was, and always will be a celebration of the American people wanting their voices heard. I don't buy the whole bullshit that it was an insurrection and it was violent and everybody there were not patriots. How about let's talk about how many 32 to 40 some odd embedded FBI agents, provocateurs, people that were pushing things to go as catastrophically as possible so the media could have something to demonize Trump and his base even more. How'd that work out for you, media? Keep blowing up in your face. I think, hey, media, you got the money shot all over you. You just wipe that off over there. It's in your eye. It's dripping down your nose. I think it got up in your nose. It's all around your lips and stuff. Jesus. Wipe that money shot off, mainstream. Hey, Mr. Lewis. Wow to you, sir. It's good to have you. So, all right. Check it out, y'all. 28 minutes, originally. I do apologize that I did not deliver, which was spoken last week. CanCon was supposed to be tonight, but guaranteed we had our back and forth already. You already know. Expect us next week. I hope Josh returns the message and we'll go from there. We got a lot to cover, my friends. Oh, God, thank you, Martin's daddy. Actually, you reminded me that I need to do a lot of research. The last thing I was doing, actually researching was all this Steven Crowder shit, but I got to admit, when I went on Allie's channel, that one girl, Allie, she's a sweetheart with Cotton Candy. Is her name Cotton Candy Boobs? Well, you can say boobs, right? We just can't say, that trans people may have some issues that they don't want to talk about. But yeah, no. All right. Anyway, but so I've kind of lost interest because yes, Steven Crowder has done shitty stuff. The recordings of his friends, and it could be argued that was done just, I don't know. He turned down $50 million a year, and he just didn't get the contract the way he wanted it. Now, you could be for or against how he went about it, but that's some underhanded shit. Recording people, and then making it all public like that. The agenda he had there, I don't know. the thing with the wife, he looked pretty scummy. All right, 8 months pregnant. The chemicals that he wanted her to handle with the dogs that he was telling her to put gloves on, the fucking label or the directions explain that it could hurt a pregnant woman's child, and that's what he was telling her to fucking do. But that's a 3-minute video. I cannot co-sign to canceling anything or anyone or anybody. Wouldn't that be hypocritical? But he's done some shit that may need to be accounted for. Tucker Carlson, I did see. Actually, I'm glad you brought it up. A text message where he really shared something, but I already know without checking that the fucking mainstream went wild with the way he was. It was a sincere thing, and I never really thought. It took me a long time to respect Tucker Carlson, but I see the sincerity, and it's just speaking plainly. These days in America has been mistaken for being something terrible. When is speaking clearly on what you want people to understand? When does that become so sinful? Trump speaks in plain English, and it's not finessed. It's not. It doesn't sound like the proper decorum. It sounds like your uncle. That's why we fucking liked him. He sounded like one of us. No more of this Ivy League bullshit. So I do need to do that homework on Tucker Carlson. The thing he was saying was he found himself watching a video of somebody in Antifa getting beat down by, I don't know if he used the term MAGA supporters, but or maybe he did. I should have the text in front of me. They were beating up this guy from Antifa, and he found himself, and this is all what he wrote in the text message, to whom I don't know. And I'm going to paraphrase and quote him. I found myself, I stopped myself and worried that I'm becoming worse than that which I condemn, which is, regardless of me disagreeing with the ideals of that person that is Antifa getting pounded, he recognized that he wanted blood. He wanted this person to get hurt and more, and he could taste it. And that's when he realized that he needed to kind of do some soul searching, do a little moral inventory. And he said that's at that point, you can get so lost in tribalism and finding yourself condoning and rooting for the most heinous things of humankind. So I actually applaud him for that. And I think Fox completely screwed the pooch. I'm a little confused with Fox in totality, because as I understand it, please correct me if I'm wrong, is Dominion, which is that was the voting machines program that originally Fox spent I don't know how long saying they're responsible for screwing up and being dishonest, and it was compromised. I think that the point was made so damn clear, and now they're saying they were wrong. And I just started thinking, now am I connecting dots? I don't know. I'm just sharing my opinion as it's evolving in real time. Tucker Carlson got sandbagged, and maybe, I don't know. Did they really ever specify why they let him go? Because I really, truly, I don't know, and I don't know why they would do something as stupid as that. Did you see? Have you all seen the numbers he gets when he goes? He made a statement right after, and he's kicking Fox's ass. This man could be. Well, I never thought of it like this. Could be a conservative Joe Rogan, but I don't want to just put Tucker Carlson in a fucking box. Like, he has already shown that he's capable of thinking with his heart. Joe Rogan is great. I feel though Joe Rogan has owned the territory of being the go-to, the GOAT, and he will always have that respect. Maybe I hope Tucker Carlson ventures out and finds it rewarding as an entrepreneur of sorts, or accept it. What network could bank on him? I mean, the Daily Wire, the Daily Beast. I don't know. That's a big boy name, and it's going to be interesting to watch how it plays out. I haven't seen any updates recently. I haven't had the time, working too much, serving the freaking the crazies in Florida. Oh, Lord. Today was a day, but I'll stop bitching about it. Sorry, I'm reading. Hoot Owl Holler. Are you new here perchance? Sorry if I don't recognize you. Maybe you're familiar. I apologize. I've said your name so many times, probably made you uncomfortable. But anyway, do feel free. By the way, all right, this is the fucking place. YouTube, I'm gonna curse a lot. All right, this is the motherfucking place that we can have any conversation on any topic that you want to have. Okay, so please utilize the email right there, and do feel free to hit the thumbs up, pelvic smash that thumbs up button. Okay, yeah. Sorry, Hoot. You looked familiar. It's just I think it's been a while since I've seen you real time. Yo, Shamrock. Big props to her, Shamrock. A lot of the posts I've been putting on my community have come from her. She just has a brilliant mind and a brilliant taste, and she is an OG and a friend. So, all right, I adore you all. Let's go bottom to top, top to bottom. Trisha, Queen Survivor, Birthday Chat, Supervisor Justin, Warrior Mom, Hoot, who I've said 15, 16 times now, and White Dragon, Martin's Day. They said that Fox could have beat the lawsuit too, and that it seems just that used for an excuse. What the I'm all right. I'm taking that as to meaning the Dominion voting thing. I assume that they lost the lawsuit, which is why they have to publicly state they were wrong. Obviously, I think the system is stacked. This is where I know specific. I'm thinking specifically of people I adore that are still Democrats. They make these memes. Have you seen them where they're like, "Oh, Fox News," and then it has the quote tells its viewers, "We were wrong," and then it has Fox viewers saying back to Fox, "No, you weren't," in making the obvious implication that viewers of Fox do not accept being corrected or facts. But I'm sorry, you can't fucking convince me that Dominion was on the up and up, given everything that happened. CanCon on his own with the Gateway Pundit that he writes for and everything he's covered with all the receipts, the data, the people on the ground floor, the people at the highest to the lowest. He has spoken to all of them. He has written so much about everything regarding that. You can't tell me Dominion didn't do anything wrong. And it goes far beyond any sort of data entry issue or a computer error. Okay, that shit looked fucking like that was the strategy and intention in the videos that I've seen. Think of this brief. This is my last thing, and then it's bouncing time. What's up, Mishka, sweetheart? It's good to see you. What's up? I recognize. 10 Roger Runner. I hope I got that right. TN, or I'm just gonna say 10 Roger Runner. Okay. The last thing. What was the last thing? By God, come on! Don't have a Biden moment. You were just at work making fun of Biden for doing this thing. Oh, okay. All right. So this kind of shit is what was available on YouTube. I can't find the videos anymore. When I was actively, openly supporting Bernie Sanders before, I finally took the bumper sticker off down, which, that it's a true step for me. That was, it was easy because of the hypocrisy I've been able to see. But regardless, there was a video during his primaries where he was obviously being fucked by the DNC, where a kid at I forget which state, the voting, another example of voting being just an illusion or a complete disservice or fuck up, whatever. It was like a yay nay situation, and it was Bernie Sanders versus Hillary Clinton or one of those motherfuckers. And then because of all the issues with the ballots or man, I wish that video was still accessible. Let's just say in a nutshell, they could not get a consensus if the majority was voting for Bernie or the other person. So they gave a kid, I remember, he had a pair of glasses, looked like kind of a pencil pusher, a little bit of a dweeb, white shirt on, collar buttoned up. He flipped a fucking coin. He flipped it. That's what our democracy in terms of the illusion of choice came down to. I shit you not, on my soul, on my family. He flipped a coin. And he didn't do it once. He flipped it twice. I don't remember the context as to why. Was it because the first flip went in the opposite favor, or I forget if the coin fell? But that's what it came down to. And I still remember why I hate and will always hate Debbie Wasserman Schultz, Diana Brazil. These are the assholes on the DNC that were flipping off the progressives over in, what was it? Was it in Las Vegas where Diana Brazil or one of those Globochar, I think, where they said, oh, the Bernie bros threw chairs at one another or tried to throw chairs at us and they attacked us. They attacked the Hillary supporters. It was bullshit. One man, because it was a big yay nay and it was so clear that the yays had it, and then the so-called leaders that are supposed to, call the shots pretended that it was the other way, and the room erupted, and one man got up and grabbed a chair he never lifted off the ground. His people, the actual progressives of that time, calmed him down. That chair never moved off the ground. What did the headline say? Man throws chair at Amy Klobuchar's staff. You know what Amy Klobuchar did after the room made it clear that they weren't having the bullshit? She flipped them off, her own constituency. So this is why there's been such a mass exodus of Democrats checking out, either going independent or completely to the right. And I'm so happy right now with being on the right side, not only because I feel like it's a place where I can actually express some ideas that would be 100% condemned and ostracize me, but and it's it's the underdog now. This is the side that's getting censored and screwed and made to look like, whenever anyone is being made to look like the villain, you always be skeptical and do your own homework. Always. And again, let's look at Trump. All that effort, all of those useless investigations, all those tax dollars, the Steele dossier, the censoring of the Hunter Biden thing that could have actually impacted the voters 60%. It's just clear how it's stacked and what they're trying to accomplish, trying to rig the game and keep it that way. Fuck them for that. So let's keep doing what we're doing. Mishka, I'm looking forward to having another dialogue with you. The next open panel. Everybody here and your family and your family's family and anybody from years past that is no longer with us, we can channel them. They can join us, okay? I cannot make that clear enough. Agree, disagree, absolutely hate me. Come here. Let's have a conversation. Let's celebrate having the ability to do so in lieu of that godforsaken restrict bill getting passed. And it damn well better not. That's the beginning of something very, very dangerous and terrifying. All right. That's all I got. Is Indy here? I see somebody said Indy. Oh, yeah, that's right. Damn right. Indy, Independent Minnie. She's such a sweetheart. She has a great channel and a great family and a great group of people. And if you would like just to be around something like that, positive, and another area where you can speak freely, do check her out. But with that, I won't make a long thing out of a goodbye, because I could say goodbye for about a half an hour to 2 days. Just ask Queen Survivor. Goodbye. Good night. Take care of yourself. All right? Let freedom motherfucking win. Now let's see, YouTube, your move. Let's see how this video comes out. Once I hit the broadcast or the end button, I will take a picture and I will post it as I have been doing. And I'm ready to contest it. We're going to make this as transparent as possible. This is going to be an example of what we hope to see. Be the change you want to see. Good night. Suddenly forgot where the end stream icon was. Okay.